think we know what an S3 is. We've talked about that during previous classes. But an S3 is basically saying it's a simple storage service. An S3, so you see it says S3, right? Because it has three S's in the name. Simple S, storage S, service S. Then they came about, let's just say S3. So because it has three S's there. So simple storage service. It's a storage in the cloud. And this is one of the services that CloudCentrics actually offer. So for those who doesn't know, we are not just a training company. We are also a managed service company where we onboard customers and store their data in our own S3 for them. So an S3 is a storage in the cloud. There's no need to sugarcoat what S3 is. An S3 is because when you say it's a secure cloud storage, that is subjective. It depends on how you configure an S3. You can configure an S3 to be insecure. So I guess you can just remove the secure and say an S3 is a storage in the cloud. You can store your data in S3. Like I said, that is what we're also doing on CloudCentric side of things, where we have customers that are using old-fashioned way of storing data. We are storing the data for them. We are securing the data for them. They pay us for maintaining the security of those data. We are taking that heavy lifting away from them. CloudCentrics is now doing that for them. So rather than them worrying about storing their data the old-fashioned way, some people are using iCloud, some people are using some disks, some people are just storing anywhere, or some people are even using some big names, but they're charging them a lot of money. We, on the CloudCentric side, we have a dedicated account for each of our customers that host their S3 bucket in a secure way. So an S3 is a storage in the cloud. You can store your data, you can store your objects, you can store your pictures in the cloud. So when you go for an interview and they ask you, can you explain to us what an S3 is? It's basically simple. An S3 is a storage in the cloud. You can store data, you can store objects, you can store pictures, you can store videos, you can store anything that you like in AWS Amazon S3. Now it scales. Yes, it does scales, because as we move on with the clouds, you understand why we say it scales. But again, what you need to know about an S3 is a storage in the cloud. You can use that storage to store your data, to store your objects, to store your videos, to store your pictures, and you are able to also retrieve those data